R&B Money. We up. Tank. J Valentine. We are the authorities on all things R&B.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? My name is Tank.
I'm J Valentine.
And this is the R&B Money Podcast. The authority on all things R&B.
Straight up.
And sometimes, it's not just a guest. It's not just an artist. Sometimes it's just family, along with all of those other things. Top tens, few albums, a bunch of shows here and there from Detroit, but R&B through and through. Make some noise for my brother, Mr. John Brown.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate
John
it, fam.
Brown.
Appreciate it, fellas. Appreciate
John
it.
Brown!
What's up with it, man?
What up, baby?
Nothing, chilling.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all having me on. How y'all
Absolutely.
doing?
Come on, man. Listen, man. We are happy to have you on, my brother.
Thank you.
You're like a little brother to me, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you, man.
And it's crazy, like running back into you in Dallas.
Yep.
Because we hadn't seen each other in,
14 years.
had it been 14?
14.
Since the session we had done?
14.
Wow.
Golly.
Wow.
Yeah.
And when I saw you, it was immediate. I was like, nigga,
What are you doing here?
what's happening?
Right.
Like, I'm opening. I was like, no one told me this.
right.
But I'd always remembered you and was like, that was my guy. That was my little guy.
Man,
We did some
appreciate
good work together.
We did.
And then sitting down in that room and having a conversation with you, just about how you felt about where you were and what you needed moving forward.
Right.
And from that point on, my vow to you was, hey man, whatever you need, I got you.
Straight up.
And the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get you a record.
Yep.
And we went and damn it got you
I mean,
a damn it record.
almost immediately.
Yeah.
Shouts out to the fam.
Yeah.
Yep. Definitely did.
But listen, man, let's get into the, R&B Money Podcast is about getting into the history of
For sure.
of a guy, of a gal, and understanding where it all comes from, right?
Yes, sir.
'Cause you can sing.
Oh, thanks, man.
That's the one thing.
Easy.
Well,
You can sing.
look who I'm amongst right now. We got some dynamic singers right here.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I mean, come
But
on. You got to bring when you're around y'all.
you can sing.
Yeah.
And I want to get into the history of kind of where it all started for you, and not just from a business standpoint, but even just developing and honing your craft. Like, where did that start for you, and when did somebody say you got something, or when did you feel like you had something?
It started in my dad's church in Detroit. So rest in peace to my father, Pastor Brown.
Pastor Brown.
Started there. I was playing the organ, doing some of everything. And then from there, progressing to talent shows, just the same stuff we all pretty much did.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, I think, I got a deal with Universal Republic. That's when we first
You're
came.
moving fast.
Well-
how did you get a deal with Universal Republic? And did somebody say, hey man, you need to come see this guy that's singing in all these talent shows in Detroit?
All right, so
Give me that.
All right, so how I got to deal with Universal, there was a guy in Detroit who heard me sing, found me on MySpace, and he's like, man, I know a guy who's in the radio business. He can get you. I was like, man, whatever, man. It's a Detroit cat talking. No offense to Detroit, I love Detroit, but people talk.
You from there? Yeah.
They're from the D.
You can
know?
you can talk about it.
So I'm like, man, he playing. Maybe 2 months later, he introduced me to my manager, Maurice Harley.
Mm-hmm.
And so from there, he was like, man, I'm a radio guy. I want to try to help you out. Put a few songs out, then boom, it just started to grow. And that was it.
And they just called you.
They just called me. 4 labels called me. But then Universal, I decided to go with them.
So for you as a young artist at the time, and you just kind of looking at, these offers being on the table for you, what makes you at that age say, this label makes the most sense for me?
That's a good question. Because I'm going to say honestly, I can't even say that was really my thought process. I think it was more so like, I finally have a deal, so let me roll with it, versus me really strategically figuring out if this was the right thing for me. I was just more so excited that somebody wanted to sign me. So
they excited you the most? No, just in all honesty, bro. Because
was it more money on that paper?
Was it more money?
all right. There was more money. See,
Okay.
Y'all know what time it is. There was more money. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go here. But yeah, it was an experience.
So now in hindsight, with that situation not working out initially,
Would I do it again?
would you go to that same label over these other 3? Because it's 4 altogether. When you look at your artistry,
Oh, you trying to start something.
not even that I'm trying to start
I'm messing
something.
with you.
I'm trying to for the kids that are watching and them having an understanding that every team don't match the player.
Facts.
Right? In sports, you can't really pick who drafts you. In music, you can. Unless there's only one and you just chasing that.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you have multiple offers, you now have the opportunity to say, this A&R is done such and such.
Right.
Maybe that works with what I do. Or you know what? They have no one up there that does what I do, and that could help, but maybe that could hurt me because maybe they don't know what to do with me. And I think artists don't stand back and assess.
Right.
We just say, oh shit, y'all offer me $2. They offer me $2.50.
Right. So I'm going to roll with this.
I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
the $2.50 because I need that extra 50.
That extra 50.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a couple extra sandwiches.
Yeah.
Where I'm from.
You know what I
sum it
mean?
up,
So
yeah.
that's why I asked, because we try to be as informative as we possibly can.
Exactly.
You know, to the listener who either they don't know the music business or they're coming up in they want to be in the music business.
Right.
We want to give that to them so they can have an understanding of how to look at it. You know, when you coming in.
Right. That's true. I mean, yeah. So, I mean, when you put it that way, for the listeners, I think in hindsight, I should have more so just maybe figured out if there was better situations out
Look
there
at this
versus,
nigga being political.
versus rushing into
Look at this nigga being political. You know what? All right.
I mean, the moral of the story, y'all make sure y'all just know what y'all getting yourselves into before y'all get involved in it. Not to say that it was a bad deal, but I think if I would have just waited a little bit longer, it might have been a little bit better.
Just in any
That's
deal
fair.
you would have taken.
In any deal, you know?
That's fair.
Yeah, I think that's, yeah.
I think the hunger for the deal as an artist, I mean, it's just a real thing that's unavoidable because you feel like that is the validation, that is the stamp that
Right.
I'm really in this shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm professional now.
I got this paperwork.
Yeah.
I got this contract.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's got terms and conditions on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, I got a building I can go to where they know my name.
Or you
and-
think you
and-
can go to?
Huh?
Do that too.
Or do you think you can go
Or you
to? Or you think
Who?
or you think they know your name?
Who? Yeah, if you call, just got signed here. If you call
Who did we meet with last time?
Right.
Debbie,
Because
you know
you
what
better
Debbie?
not ask for the chairman.
Does the name Debbie mean anything to
The
you?
name
Right.
Debbie.
Debbie, what's it, Debbie Reynolds? Debbie?
There's no Debbie here.
So hold on, let's go back.
All
At
right.
16, and what age is this where you're getting the universal thing?
That was 19.
Okay, so let's
18,
let's
yeah.
go back a little bit, young fella. At 16, aren't you signed to Clef Jean? Is that what happens there?
Yep, 16 on Sonic Clef.
And
But he came through Detroit?
No. So, right, you know that ain't happening. So somebody knew Clef's cousin, Jerry Wonder.
it's my
The
God,
amazing-
shout out to
Yeah.
Jerry Wonder.
Yeah, Jerry was
My
like,
God.
yeah. And so they wanted to audition my boys and I, my group and I. And so we drove from Detroit to New York, did the audition, like immediately he wanted to sign us. So that's how that deal kind of went. Moved to Jersey, boom. It was an experience, you know?
Yeah.
It was an experience. But Clef, shout out to Clef, man. Great dude.
How long was y'all in Jersey?
Like 2 years.
Oh, so y'all was really getting into it.
Developing.
Yeah, we were recording.
So were you going to school?
High school, yeah, man. I transferred my senior year. It was crazy. Well, 11th grade.
Did
I
you
transferred.
actually do schoolwork in Jersey too, or no?
Oh, I did it.
Tell
man.
the truth.
Well, you know. No. Well, you know, man, you move this group from one place to another, a city we've never been to.
Mm-hmm.
We were trying to have fun, man.
Right.
You know, young folks getting in trouble. living
Yeah.
their
But
life.
y'all were enrolled in a New Jersey high school? Or?
Only me. everybody else had
Everybody
already
else was-
finished. Yeah.
So when they're still hanging out, you supposed to go to class?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah,
so you already knew
champ.
what time it was.
Yeah,
It's like, man, these dudes, they hanging out all night. I'm trying to study. Like, man, just come on, man, chill with us. I'm like, all right, forget it. It wasn't a good experience in terms of not doing my work.
Right.
But overall, it was a good experience.
What do you feel like you got from that experience or got from Clef? Because were y'all working with Jerry at the time?
Yeah, we working with Jerry, Renell.
Were y'all at Platinum Sound?
Platinum Sound and Booker Basement in
Hold on, what year?
2001, 2,
Okay.
3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
yeah.
you working with the guy.
Yeah.
And so what do you feel like, first of all, what did you get from that? And what do you feel like was the part that where it didn't add up and it ended up dissolving?
I think that what we learned from Clef was more so just staying focused. We were young, and it was a new experience. So when you take, like I said, these young kids from one environment to the next, it's like, okay, we just want to have fun. But Clef wanted us to just focus.
He wants y'all to lock in.
Yeah, and so some of us did, and some of us wanted to run around and do our thing and not really focus. So ultimately, Clef cut a few members, chopped them down, got rid of them. And then from there, we just tried to regroup and get a new group, and then boom, it just kind of spiraled after that. Because we had new people in the group, and people weren't really didn't have the same commitment, so it just kind of threw everything
And y'all
off.
didn't know them.
Yeah.
And we knew some of them, but not really.
How many people was in the group?
4.
Okay.
4.
All right.
Yeah.
And what was y'all called?
E2G.
What does that mean?
I don't even remember. Elements 2000, something like that. I had no say so in that.
Give it up for E2G.
Right?
Software coming soon.
Yo, I
The
didn't
brothers
pick
of
the
B2K.
Right.
The brothers of B2K.
Yeah, it wasn't my choice.
E2G.
It wasn't my choice.
Hey, listen, man. That's probably one of the worst names.
Yo, you know who came up with that name? It wasn't me, so. That's funny.
Oh my God. Coming to an Android near you. E2G. These apps are off the chain.
Right?
And you got that new E2G on your phone. The update is crazy. The new
Yo.
E2G update. Like it's
It's
crazy.
wild.
You ain't shit.
It makes it worse. One of the group members got that name tattooed on him, so.
Aye.
Yeah.
Sorry, brother.
Oh, my.
Yeah. If you're watching this, man, I ain't trying to play you, but
Yeah.
you got it stamped on you, Doc.
E2G.
Damn.
What do we? Come on, let's come up with some good. Let's fill in the.
Let me get out of
acronym.
here, man. Get out of here.
Just end it. Just end it.
Everything to get. Evolve
Together.
together. Yeah, that's right. Evolve
right.
together.
Together. Eat together.
Eat together.
Eat together.
That, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That might work.
It might work.
Yeah.
No,
it didn't work. It didn't work. We tried.
So E2G falls apart
Yeah.
for obvious reasons. Start with the name.
Right. That name was
Start with the name.
bit hideous.
I can't sign nobody in E2G.
Right.
I can't walk up in no company telling them, is your E2G network on? You ain't signed on to the E2G?
Right.
That's got the most bandwidth. All right.
Man.
E2G disbands. And what? You go back home?
Went back home.
Back to Detroit.
Back to the D.
So you ain't been home in 2 years.
2 years.
You just pop back up.
Pat back up.
So how does that go too though when
Yeah.
you leave Detroit at 16, you leave your senior year and you're like, man, I'm signing the Clef. I'm out, y'all.
Holla at me. I got
Because
the
niggas
deal.
in the hood is waiting to see you on TV.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I knew what you was alluding to. It was let's just say we hit our faces.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know I did. I was like, yo, I'm not even, like I disappeared, man.
Really?
Man, because you going back home, people think, you from the D, so it's kind of like,
Did it.
people think you made it. Once we get back, it's like, yo, why y'all back? Like,
But you know how it go.
Yeah. you know,
pretty much.
I'm just here for a second until.
Yeah, I'm
you
just
know,
visiting, man, just for.
Until the paperwork, because this is some new paperwork. we working on.
Someone called 911.
Yeah, man, it was, yeah.
Because that going home after, because everyone at home, and home is everywhere for everybody, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Going back home after this quote unquote breakthrough, you know what I'm saying, is the hardest lesson
Man.
to learn from and get over. Like, for me, I was never going home. When I got to LA,
That was it.
I'm never going home. I was filling up a stolen Lincoln Town car
What?
with pennies from the ashtray, but I was not going
Yeah, that's
home.
called determination, man. Shit.
Ever. Ever.
Damn.
But that, there's a different lesson in that. I ain't go home, but I went to Rancho Cucamonga.
Help me out with that one.
Well,
You see next Friday, right?
you seen next Friday?
Oh,
I'm the king.
I'm-
well, that wasn't that bad, right?
He wasn't in that part though.
yeah, I went in there.
He wasn't in
Okay,
that
good.
part.
And I definitely wasn't the king.
All right.
I was walking around Rancho Cucamonga. They was like, ain't sure.
Yeah, he wasn't over there with Uncle Elroy.
Nah,
Oh,
they was like,
man,
nah, you're
damn.
not at it, but in a 2-bedroom apartment.
Jeez.
Trying to figure
Still good though.
trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
Right? Because things do fall apart.
they do.
And so at that time, I was on the outs with my label and all of that. Like that was right before meeting Jay. And when Jay met me, like I was riding into town in a 4-door Ford Escort,
Crazy.
manual with roll down windows.
Nuts.
Yeah, but I wasn't going home. I was like, I'm not going home.
Man.
So now we can fast forward to you got to get back to work because that's how you get discovered
Pretty
for
much.
the Universal situation.
Yep.
So what did you do in between that time while you were trying to keep your face hidden?
'Cause you're still young too. You're
Still
18.
relatively
Yeah,
young.
yeah.
I was preparing to go to college at that point.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I said at this point, because again, we thought this was the major deal. So it's like it didn't happen. So it's like, all right, what's the next option? School. So I went off to Grambling State, and that was that.
Oh wow!
But I kept singing.
Mm-hmm.
I kept
Before he
singing.
went to Grambling.
Yeah,
Really?
Erica Badu went to
Yeah.
Grambling.
Okay.
Yeah.
You was singing at Grambling?
I was singing at Grambling.
Oh, I know what that did.
Oh, it did something. It did something. It did something, man. I'm gonna tell you, it was an experience.
You a bunch of E2G up there.
Yeah, man.
Get you a bunch of you
Bunch.
know what you can use. Yeah.
You can use
It's a new
it.
thing.
Yeah,
It's
you
a
can
new
use
thing.
it.
That's everything.
Yeah.
And so, Grambling State,
Mm-hmm.
and then Universal.
Are you doing music there though, or like in a band up there? No, you just going to
No,
school.
talent shows.
Oh, but you doing talent shows. Okay.
Talent shows. And Grambling boos you. They boo you.
Yeah.
Bad. But I became popular after singing your records. And that was that.
What'd you sing?
Slow. No, I said maybe I sang Maybe I Deserve, and I sang Slowly.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So you didn't get booed.
No. They talk about that to this day.
No way.
I promise you.
That's dope.
They said it was like the best performance they've ever seen in Grambling's history. From a student.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
man.
E40 would probably.
Yeah.
He would probably have a problem with you saying that because he went there.
Oh man,
he
well,
performed.
I'm a singer before this, so disregard
On
that.
the singing side.
On the singing side, yeah. But no, that was it. And then from there, a guy was working with Jaheim. He hit me up. He worked at Grambling, so I went out to Jersey. I started doing work with other people who worked with Jaheim, and yeah, man. From there, just kept focusing on my dream, but then coming back to school. Just trying to stay busy with music because, again, I'm a singer. We're all singers. We want to keep doing it to kind of keep that, keep ourselves polished.
Right.
Yeah, so I kept going.
So when did you get into the space to where you came to see us? What time was that?
That was 2009, 2010.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it had a lot of time elapsed between that, right?
Yeah. A lot of time. So in other words, you asking what happened right
Yeah,
there?
you damn right I'm asking you.
So from there, I was just recording still, talent shows, and that's about it.
Were you
man.
working?
I was working.
Where were you working?
You really want to know that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because the people
They
need to
wanna
know.
know.
No, I'm gonna tell you, I'm joking.
Yeah, how does thing go?
Popeyes chicken.
Oh, you gave me the hookup.
Yeah, I would have gave the hook up.
Because I used to go to Popeyes and they would give me extra tenders and extra fries.
Oh man,
You didn't eat
and
at
the
Popeyes?
The
biscuits?
same one?
Huh?
At the same
Popeyes.
one? You just knew that they was gonna get that to you.
Up the street from my mama house.
wow.
No, I love Popeyes, bro.
No, yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, I love Popeyes.
They treat me right.
Oh yeah, they will.
Them
You meet the right
tenders
person.
Yeah.
With that Mardi Gras mustard. That Mardi Gras must have got just the
And they got a good apple pie.
The best apple
People
pie.
be talking about the other. Yeah, they got a good apple pie.
No, that's
man.
a fact. They do.
Ain't nobody messing with that.
So you're at Popeyes before or after the Universal deal?
After
After the Universal deal.
Yeah, so that's how real it gets. You may think you about to make it,
Yeah.
but you back to the streets.
Back to the streets.
Back
You
to
in
the
Detroit?
streets. In the D.
Popeyes was
You want to shout that?
different.
You want to shout that Popeyes out? What
No,
street-
man, they
what street
fired
side?
me, man.
Oh, okay. We're not shouting them
They
out.
fired me, man. Y'all know who y'all are, 8 Mile and
Why they fired?
Burt Road.
Why they fire you?
No, man.
What you do? What
man,
you do?
Giving away free food.
I'd have fired
Come on.
your ass too.
I know you would have.
I'm trying to run a business here.
But I'm trying to hook up my people. You know, they made enough money.
He definitely
It was a
gave
late
me
night
extra
hour.
Tenders. He'd have gave me extra tenders. Come on, you
It was a lot of biscuits. It was a lot of biscuits.
It's a lot of
It was a lot of biscuits. Nah, but still
Wow.
grinding, man. We're still
Yeah.
grinding. So, you know,
And how did you get out of Popeyes?
I got
Of
fired.
course they fired you,
I got
but
fired.
how do you get from Popeyes
to
to coming to see us? So what record company were you at when you came to see us?
Republic, Universal Republic. Yeah.
No, he said Popeyes is after Universal Republic.
No.
No,
Pop
Popeyes
Universal
was before.
Before, okay.
and then
okay.
Republic
Yeah.
is after.
And then
Right.
you get to, okay.
Right. That was the Wyclef situation when we came back home.
You go to Popeyes after Wyclef.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. Don't judge me right now. It's a little.
Nobody's
It's a little
judging.
late.
Hey,
I'm
listen,
messing
you
with
gotta,
y'all.
listen, you have to work.
You gotta
have
work,
to take
man.
care of yourself. It ain't, people get too caught up.
Yep.
Emphasis on caught up
Facts.
with what kind of job or where the job, like, bro, do something to take care of yourself.
Yeah, man. It's important.
Yeah.
Or you gonna sit in that cell and wish you would have done something else
Facts.
to take care of yourself.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Because we've all faced it at some point in our life where it's like, whew, these what the ounces going for?
How much? Tell me what exactly do I got to do? I take the bag.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Just
Like
upstairs and drop it
everybody's,
off?
Everybody trying to
especially in our
hustle.
community.
Yeah, man.
Especially in our community, man. It's always this quick fix, this easy way out, and it's actually the easiest way in. They
Facts.
gonna lock your ass up.
Yeah.
Inevitably, if you keep going.
They're going to lock you up, and sometimes you don't even make it to the keep. It's niggas out here that got, oh man, I was hustling for about a week.
Bust they cherry, nigga, and also
Right.
got busted.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like I respect it.
Appreciate that. man.
Absolutely, I respect it.
Yeah. The sad part is some people don't respect it.
They don't
But
know
it
no
takes
better.
people who actually get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't know
who's
no
who's
better.
been there, you know?
Like-
Facts.
Like taking care of yourself is a real thing,
It is, man.
right? And so what you learn about, doing music, is that it's correct. We just had this conversation. Like doing music under duress is way different than doing music because you love to do music. And so most people go through this duress process where they're under pressure they put the pressure on the music to perform. It has to perform in such a way in order for them to survive,
Right.
which is a tough space to make music from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like having that job to make sure your bills are paid will give you less time in the space. But when you're making the music, making money is not on your mind.
Facts.
Making music is.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Now, when you get in front of the chicken, you know what that is.
Yeah.
What chicken you talking about?
Well, I can go a few different ways. So I don't know.
I was, you know
That's
what?
funny.
Whatever.
Why you ask me like that?
Whatever.
What chicken you talking about?
Whatever, man. Y'all made me hungry, bro. Y'all start talking about, you know what I mean?
That's wild. That's
But
wild.
that job, that thing that I just believe we gotta teach, anybody coming up in entertainment or anybody coming up in any field that in the beginning is a labor of love until you actually become economically self-sufficient in that space. You got to
Right.
do something to make sure that you're okay.
Facts.
Because it takes a toll on the mind to be trying to figure out, like, I had a baby early. You got to feed the baby. I had a wife early. You got to take care of the wife. You
Yeah.
got all of these things.
Hit you hard, man.
So you writing songs like your life is on the line. And most of us are from that fire, from sleeping on floors and all of these things.
Right.
We were built in that fire. But something happened when we were able to just really do this because we love to do it.
Right.
Something special happened. And don't shy away from that. Don't shy away from that foundation or making sure that people understand that part of the story, because Popeyes chicken is important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
It got me to this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was an experience.
So you go to Republic.
Yep.
And how do you get to us?
I can't remember her name, but I would always say, she would always ask, who's your favorite artist? I'm like, man, I say Tank. She's like, who else? I'm like, Tank. Who else? Tank. She's like, it gotta be somebody else. I'm like, well, I like James Brown, Gerald Levert, Boyz II Men, of course. But she was like, but who really inspired Tank? So I ain't just saying that because you hear it, man. Anybody who knows me, they know it's the truth. So she was like, oh, that's interesting. I'm gonna see if I know him. I'm gonna see if I can figure. I'm like, if you know him, you definitely know who he is. She surprised me. Went over to, was it Harvey Mason?
Yep.
I was knocked out. I never forget this day, man. Steve Urkel's name. What's his name again?
Jaleel.
I woke up, man. I was knocked out because you, quite frankly, you took a while. You ain't come on time, but it's all right. You came, and then when you got there, you was singing like, "Who's this John Brown? Who's this John?" I'm like, that voice sound familiar. And then you started doing runs. I'm like, nah, that ain't no Tank. And it was you, and that was that.
Was it at the Edmondsville? Is that Edmondsville, right?
I think.
Third floor? Had to be.
Wait,
I
and
don't know.
Jaleel was at the studio with us?
He was there in the room, like he was in the waiting room or something, like warming up some food. I woke up, I'm like, is that Steve Urkel?
Yeah, that's my dog, so he probably...
Yeah, he probably was.
I was like, what? And he was in there. He was like, yeah. Of course, I'm like, man, can you do the Urkel and all that? He's like, nah,
No,
man.
you didn't.
I
Did
You
promise.
asked him to-
But I'm young. I'm young, man. But it was, yo, man, don't judge me. Don't
I
judge
would
me.
judge that.
Don't judge me, man.
Listen,
Out of
people.
pocket.
Listen, people.
It's a truthful moment.
No, absolutely. But listen, people. When you see
Don't ever do it.
when you see people that you love something that they've done or that you respect it, just tell them that.
Right, leave it there.
Don't ask them. Like, don't run up on Carlton talking about, can you do the Carl or Alfonso Ribeiro
Right,
and ask him to do the Carlton dance.
right.
Don't run up on Jaleel White and
Don't do
ask
it.
him to do the Urkel.
Yeah,
Don't
man.
you do it. Mm-mm.
But he was cool about it. He was just like, oh, no.
You caught him on a good day.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah. So I wasn't expecting that, man, because this is my first time really in LA. So I'm like, dang, what? People really around. And when you came with the steps, I'm like, yo, this is nuts. And that was that. Yeah. Yeah.
What was the song?
What was that song?
Hustle hard.
Hustle Hard, yeah.
Hustle hard. That one. Man, we did like 4 of them.
I got them somewhere too. I got those right.
You got to pull those up,
Yeah,
Jay.
I got those right.
I know Hustle Hard was one of them.
Yeah, Hustle Hard was absolutely one of them.
Yeah. But yeah. I was just excited I was there, man. That was my whole thing. I
Yeah.
was just like, I'm working with my idol, so.
And so at this point, you're still living in Detroit, but you just flew in to do the sessions.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
Yep.
What came of those sessions in terms of like
The ones with you?
with the
Just
label and all
completely.
that, like your journey in recording those records?
Nothing happened with those records.
Mm-hmm.
Something should have happened with those records. But I think people wanted to take me in a different direction.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, that was that. Ultimately, the deal ended, though. I feel like if we had the right music during that time, it would have been a little more sustainable.
So that deal ended too.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah.
You sound like me. I went from deal to deal.
Man.
Like we're done over here. We're gonna go
Yeah.
to the next.
Yeah, it was a rough one.
So what's the next? So what is the next deal? How do you get to the next place? And when do you start putting out records? And let's get to this top 10 space.
The next deal, what happened after that? I stopped doing music. I was done.
shit.
After
the Universal situation.
Public.
Yeah, man. Depression set in. And it's real. It hits you, man. At some point when you just figure out, okay, is this really for me? You psych yourself out, man. I was basically at war with myself at that point. The deal ended, so it's like, where do I go from here? Because the focal point is music. So it's like, if you're not focused on school, you're not focused on working, what comes next? So I was just working a whole bunch of odd jobs after that, pretty much.
For how long?
For a minute.
Like years?
Years. Funeral homes, all sorts of stuff.
You worked at a funeral home?
Mm-hmm.
Like with the bodies?
Yup.
Like embalming the bodies?
No, but I was like an apprentice in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was there doing the process and everything.
So you like bro on P Valley?
I've never seen P Valley.
Yeah,
but I know I heard the story.
Yeah, one of the dudes we work. He we work in the
business.
funeral home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, I was just trying to make ends meet, man, at a funeral home.
And here's a question going back to the real conversations.
Mm-hmm.
What are the people at home saying that know you can sing, that know you've had these stills? And
I mean, I've heard stories. No one really said anything to me, but you know how it goes. Like, oh, he fell off. You know, it's over for him. He had a few records. Same stuff we all probably heard before, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But again, man, it takes a toll on you, you know, once you realize, like, I'm not where I want to be, you know. And so, I mean, I would assume that's how some of the stories went.
Mm-hmm.
People just talking crap about you. But that's how it goes, you know.
And what gets you back into it?
The love for music, man, you know. My manager hit me up and was like, man, you want to get back at it? I was like, nah, I'm cool. Because it's like, is it going to happen?
Right.
You know, based on those previous experiences. So I'm like, I'm straight. He was like, man, let's just give another try. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. Go to New York, record a few records. Then I had a top 10 record within like the next 5 to 6 months.
Really?
After recording it, yeah.
Who did that record?
I don't know. That's a good question. I just recorded it. I don't know who wrote it. Someone else wrote it. I sang it, and then he just put it out.
Who Maurice should start
Maurice started doing his
working
thing.
his magic.
Working his magic.
What was the name of the song?
Sunrise Sunset.
Sunrise Sunset.
Yeah.
And this is after how many years off?
12 to 14.
Golly.
Yeah. So performing, everything. I was just like, yo, I can't do
You
this
didn't do
again.
none of it.
Nothing.
Just worked.
Just work. Yeah, man. I was depressed, man. It was tough. When I say tough, it was tough. So by the grace of God, man,
that phone call.
He brought me back to it, yeah.
So that top 5 breathed a different life into you, though.
It did, man. But
Like
then, of
singing.
course, you still have some tenants like, we doing it independently, which, by the way, is a great thing, you know. But still, you know, I still have these, you know, these preconceived notions, like, will it happen, you know. But then after that, we had another one, and then another one, and then another one, and then another one, and then I had one with my bro. So 5 top 10 records.
Name them. Name the top 10 records.
So Sunrise Sunset was the first. Give It To You was the second. Moon was the third. Vibe was the fourth. Don't Rush was the fifth.
Don't rush.
So 5, yeah.
Don't rush.
I get a little excited, so I miscalculated.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
Don't judge me. I'm messing with you.
It's funny because I think I've never taken a 14-year off, but shoot, I was at 5. You know what I'm saying? Where I just had to try and figure it out.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Because it was like,
Yeah.
and I was at a point where I didn't even want to.
02 to 07?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't want to give nobody no music.
Yeah.
But I was like, what else am I gonna do?
Right.
Jesus, I've gotten fired from every job I had. I'm no good at 9 to 5.
Yeah, man.
I was, man, am I gonna train people? Like, what am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying? And then I go into this space to where, I'm working with Fox, and then, I meet the Underdogs, and then meet Jay, and then we just, the music just starts flowing in that way. And finally, I wasn't the person that got me back into being an artist.
Wow.
Harvey looked at me and said, hey, man, we should do a Tank album. I was like, why would we do that? Well, let's just do a Tank album. Let's do some Tank songs.
So your focal point was just writing at that
I
point.
was just writing and producing.
Wow.
That's all I had. Label wouldn't blink at me.
Insane.
You know what I'm saying? And so, album like Sex, Love, and Pain comes from pain.
Right.
From really all the pain I was going
Exactly.
through during that time.
But also freedom.
Yeah.
Also freedom too, though, because you, like you said, you worked.
Yeah.
You stay working, right? You found another space,
Right.
which is tough for a lot of artists as well to say, especially someone who has had success as an artist first.
Right.
To say, you know what, I'm all these great songs I'm writing, I'm going to give them away.
Right.
I'm going to give all my babies away to everyone else. And then I'm going to watch, I remember going to the Millennium Tour
I remember. I knew you was going
and
to say that.
seeing multiple songs that I wrote.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? Or, I'm sorry, I call it the Millennium Tour. Now, yes.
Scream.
It was the Scream tour. Yeah.
The Scream Tour.
Yeah.
Nice.
Seeing multiple songs that I've written being performed by someone else.
So what did that do to you?
For me, I enjoyed it.
Right.
Because I was never a artist who looked at it from the space of these are just my songs and I can't don't
Right,
touch
I
my
keep it to myself.
songs.
Yeah.
I never looked at it like that.
Right.
I never had that mindset. So for me, but I had also not had my own records at that point. You know what I mean?
Right.
That were moving, and I had, like he had already seen the world and been performing these records everywhere. For me, yeah, I had deals and I had, was working on different stuff, but it wasn't like I knew that they would scream different if I sang them.
Right.
Right. Got you. Yeah.
So I just embrace it, but I'm like, damn, this is crazy. Like these people fuck with
Right.
They like it.
Thousands
shit I
and
wrote
thousands
about-
of people.
some shit I wrote about, some situations.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. So I think, but having the freedom of being able to, like he said, do it without distress.
Yeah.
Because during that point, we was having such a good time at the
We was
Underdogs.
having a good
You know what I mean? We was
time.
having a ball at the Underdogs,
Right,
man.
yeah.
It was really
Made it
I
easy.
didn't even have a lot of money either, but
it's a good time.
I was having a good time.
Yeah.
Right. Which made things easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made. I mean, it just was. It was fun, and like back to what Jay. There was no duress. There was no pressure.
We had enough of white tees.
We had white tees and Air Force One. I don't know where they was getting these Air Force Ones from, but they would come in boxes off the boat,
And y'all wore 'em.
and we had boxes.
Yeah.
We called them marshmallows.
I ain't mad at it.
We had a gang of
Wore 'em
marshmallows.
too. For
Like, 'cause
real.
you got to imagine it's at least 10 guys up there.
Yeah.
That are just working.
Yep.
We were a full machine. We were a
Nuts.
full machine, and this is what we're doing every day. So like we had the people that would bring us the white tees, and they would bring them in 50s.
Yeah.
Crazy.
They would bring white tees in 50s, in a bundle of 50.
Nuts.
And then you would bring Air Force Ones in a bundle of 20 or 30.
Yeah.
What?
Everybody come get their 1 or 2 pairs that
Yeah.
week or that whatever.
Did you have to pay for them?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
paid
paper,
for.
but it was delivered. You
It
know
was
what I'm saying?
delivered though. Like this
Crazy.
place, bro, like the Edmonds building
It's legendary.
Memories.
is legendary, man.
It's legendary.
It was
Everybody's come through.
legendary. It was a good time, and people were just being able to be creative and ultimately either get themselves back,
There's
keep
that.
their shit going.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like come through there, like whatever it was. It was it was a great moment in time. It was
Yeah.
a great moment in time.
And look at y'all now.
Still working,
Yeah,
Still working.
still locked in.
but having a lot of fun.
Having
Of
a lot of
course.
fun though.
Yeah, ultimately.
Having a lot of fun. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we get to now create moments. We're cultivating a really cool moment with this, right?
Right.
Run into you, my brother, and say we need to do something. We need to create a moment. Taking a record that was for me, I'm like, ooh,
Yeah.
This'll work
I'm
perfect.
still surprised at that.
this will work perfect for John Brown.
Thank you, brother.
I like that record a lot.
I know you did.
And I was like, oh.
I was like, yeah, he ain't giving me this one.
When Travis sent it to me, I was like, he played it for me. He was like, I know you're still working. I just want to play something because Travis is real modest.
Yeah,
I just want
yeah.
to play something for you. It's just a vibe. I don't know if you feel it, if you're gonna be on it like that. But I'm gonna play it for you. You played. I was like, there's something in there. I was like, the vibe is crazy. You have every melody we need in the song. Let's just change the structure just a little bit. I said, yeah, I need this. And then I was like, no, I don't. John Brown needs this.
Wow.
John Brown needs this. I called you straight away. I said, we got one.
Yeah. Pretty much verbatim based on what you just said.
We got one.
Yeah. Mhm.
And just, seeing you and Mo walk in the building and like, it was like for you, it was like when Mo was like, okay, this is really happening.
Yeah.
We're really going to do this.
Yeah.
And it felt like maybe a bunch of people said they were going to do some things, or maybe a bunch of people said some things were going to happen.
Yep.
And we were able to actually come
deliver.
through for you.
Yeah, so shouts out to you, man.
Oh no, well, let's
Come on, man.
Come on.
Come on, man.
Did you clap for yourself?
That just depends.
Might as well. Might as well.
For the moment, I'm happy we were able to come through for that. It's crazy. We shooting that video, and I got sick on that video.
You sick as a dog.
Yeah, man. It was.
He was gone.
I had food poisoning for the next I don't know how many days.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
I lost 13 pounds in like 4 days.
And still managed to record it or film it, rather.
Well, I think we got enough.
No, I mean,
But I was,
that was a lot, man.
He was cooked.
I was
Considering how you were feeling,
I was only there for you, brother. I
man.
was like, I gotta be there for my brother.
Yeah, yeah.
So what is after your 5th top 10?
Mm-hmm.
What is your movement now? And how do you feel now, coming from all of these deals that you've been through, coming from a 12, 13, 14-year layoff, coming back to now starting to, really pick up some momentum in this space that you've always wanted to be in?
The move now is to keep going. We got my new album out, Chapter and Verse. It's doing pretty well. So shouts out to my team, SRG, Virgin. We making some traction, We just dropped a deluxe version, so it's been doing pretty well. Now we're working on a new album. So it's just putting out music, man. About to prepare for a new single.
So do you continue to try to keep things in the market? Like, because you're working from an independent sense.
Basically.
Right?
Yeah.
So obviously you're not waiting on, release schedules and that whole thing.
Right.
Or are you? Or do you have, like, for you, like, okay, I'm going to put something out every 6 months. I got, this content, this. Like, give us a breakdown of how your business works. Of keeping
That's a
you
good
relevant
question.
in the space.
So, I would say like every 6 months, because it takes, 6 months for a record to, well, I guess it depends on the lifeline.
But yeah, for sure. We can say 6 months.
6 months.
To materialize
So
and give you something.
I would say every 6 months, just constantly putting stuff out because consistently is the key, right? So I think at this point, considering we've had this success, the only way to do it now is to keep moving. So we just putting out music, man. And
How's your road life?
it's looking good. No, it's there. Not all the way there, but it's there. I'm happy. It's definitely it's a process, man. I say that. But in terms of road life in general, it's doing this thing.
Like, how do you feel like the fans are responding to the music? You know what I mean? Like when you sing your top 10 songs, do you see the excitement? Do you see the word for word? And
I do.
You can hand the mic out there and let them do the rest. How does Don't Rush feel? That's a good question because I haven't been out there for Don't Rush yet.
Yeah, that's the one. So it's a great feeling. I tell you that. Now that you can really, I think Don't Rush. No, I know Don't Rush is like that defining record. And considering you on the record with me, so like now when I perform, people singing it with me, it's just like.
Do you sing his part?
I stay away from it.
Hey man, it's your song, man.
But you know what? I just did a show in Buffalo and I attempted it. I ain't gonna say attempted.
Man, you can sing, man.
I did it. But sometimes you get in your own head. But I made it work, man. I made it work. Or I just get a mic to the audience and they just sing it. So
Who was on that show you did in Buffalo?
this young lady named Mavis. She's a dope artist. She's from like North Carolina.
What I know Mavis.
She's really dope. So shouts out to Mavis. She's pretty dope. But it was just her and I basically. And some guy named Dudley. Old school cat from LA. But dope.
So it was your show. You were the
I mean, no, it wasn't my show. I was like the headliner. But
Yeah, you were the headliner. Say you was the headliner. Say it.
I was the headliner.
Say it with your chest, goddamn.
I was the headliner. No, so shouts out to Buffalo, man. Shouts out to Buffalo.
Listen, because here's the thing, right? I think success, right, it can be defined differently for anybody that you ask this question. But the fact that you are doing what you love to do again.
Right.
And that you are finally having some real success with it, that's defining. You know what I mean? And as you fight for more, as you push for more, to continue to go higher and continue to grow, you know what I mean? Like really, really realize and understand where you've come from.
Right.
How far you've come. You know what I'm saying? And embrace it and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And stand on it.
Yeah. You're right.
You went from went from a 14-year layoff to 5 top 10s.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you can look at it and say, "This is my career now"? Have you had that
You hit me
moment?
with all the great questions, man. That's a really tough one.
Jay's good. Jay's good.
It's funny you mentioned that because I thought about that yesterday.
I don't only look like Ahmad Rashad.
right.
I ain't actually Ahmad Rashad.
Right.
I don't only look like a Bob. Who do I look like, guys? Fuck it.
Oh man.
I don't know. I had a BC from my house. That motherfucking beanie on, nigga.
That's funny. Oh man, I gotta set this.
Not a beast. Disrespectful.
No, but seriously,
I
like,
mean, yeah. I
Yeah?
can say I can officially say it's a career. Yeah, I've arrived in a sense.
yeah,
in a sense.
yeah.
But I can say it's a career now. You know,
No,
because
people get caught up in thinking it has to be a certain thing,
right.
Other than this is something that I love to do, takes care of me, takes care of my family.
Right.
I get up and do it, and I can go find a gig, and I can go perform, and I can, you know what I mean. I got records on the radio,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
that's why I asked.
No, that's a great question. No, like I said, I talked about this the other day to a few friends. And I'm like, man, I honestly can say that it's a career now.
You have a career in music.
With that record, Don't Rush, I think that really made it
Solidified it.
pretty much.
Yeah.
So thank you, man.
No, we got.
I ain't gonna clap
that.
again.
I love
but-
that.
No.
record.
We got to
Love
get
that
on stage. You know what I'm saying? You got to be somewhere doing
I
a
know,
show.
man. It's
And then I just gotta. When's your next show?
my next show, New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna work.
That would have been dope. He was like, no, I'm already locked down.
No, I got a gig, man.
Stay working, man.
No, I gotta. And New Year's Day is me and my son's birthday.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we always find ourselves somewhere tropical.
That's funny.
Man.
Yeah, man.
What you want for your birthday?
Huh?
What you want for your birthday?
More.
Something I can afford,
like
man.
the Kobe commercial. More.
More. All right.
More.
More.
More beanies.
More. Hey, man,
That's
It's
funny.
winter time, baby.
that's what I want.
It's winter
More,
time.
yeah.
Give me some different color beans.
Yeah. That multi-pack.
Give them the
Give me
one
that
that-
multi-
That multi. Yeah. One on the side.
hang on the side.
Give me the
Yeah.
multi-pack, baby.
When they roll up a little.
Right,
No,
right,
no.
right.
Here's the funniest question. Here's the funniest thing. So, on this plane headed to Paris when the kids went to Paris
Ah,
to
he's
perform.
flossing. He's flossing.
It wasn't my plane.
Don't throw it in my
It
face
wasn't
now.
my plane. And this young lady, this little girl, shout out to my guy Albie, is his daughter, right? And she has to be, one of them little kids that just is a star,
Oh, yeah.
and she's not even trying.
Yeah.
She's smart, eloquent, beautiful, everything.
Right.
She has all the tools. And she's looking at me and she's like, I've seen you wear that beanie a lot.
She's observant. Yeah.
No, fully observant. She's like, do you like beanies? I'm like, yeah, I think I do. She said, wow, you have any other colors? I said, no.
Subliminal jab.
No, she's subliminally like,
Yeah.
she's
Whooping his ass.
Yeah.
She's like, I mean, since you like them a lot, you should probably get a lot of colors. I could see you in like a blue,
Oh, snap.
maybe a white, maybe a green. What do you think? I'm like,
Like, what?
I'm enjoying the black beanie I
I
have
see
on.
you out here with a white beanie on like
I
you was
will.
part of Snow
I
Patrol.
will not.
Wow.
Boy.
I said, listen, I'm from a town where we wear dark colors. We keep, the grays, the blues,
Right.
the black. We stay right
I'm
there.
from a
Yeah.
town.
Right.
She's like, well, you should do that. You should get more beanies. I like the beanies on you. And so for the rest of the trip,
You
she
still wear the same beanie?
She say, hey, beanie.
Hey, beanie.
Wow.
I think one time we got on the bus, we was at somewhere, she said, still rocking the beanie. I was like,
That's funny.
Oh, yeah, that's
boy,
great.
you smart.
That's great.
She sounds
So,
funny.
yeah, maybe I want some beanies for my birthday.
All right. The
Where's your show?
multi-pack.
Listen, let me know where you're going to be after that,
Okay.
and I'm going to pull up.
Oh, man.
All right, I'm holding you to that.
No, I'm going to pull up.
I believe you.
You know I'm pull up.
definitely-
If you say you gonna do it.
I can't wait to pull up.
Oh man.
Walk out there on that stage real slow.
Keep the shirt on, man. Keep the shirt.
No, I will not.
'Cause I'm still.
You can't manage my turn up.
Oh man.
At his show?
What you mean?
I'm just asking.
Thanks, Jay. Thank you.
No, I was asking.
Go ahead. Do you?
Man, do some push-ups in between now and
Man,
January or
but them-
February.
Man, that what they call it, in and out, it's still calling me.
In and out is different, ain't it?
It's a tough one.
It's a
It's a journey.
one.
It's a journey, man. It's a journey.
All right, listen, man. I want to get into your R&B mind.
Uh-oh.
I want to get into your R&B mind. You know, you sing the R&B. You got top 10 records in R&B.
Mm-hmm.
But do you really know R&B? Let's get into this top 5 segment.
Uh-oh.
There'll be theme music soon. So you know,
I figured.
if
I
you
was
hear
waiting for
silence,
it.
it's where it's
I
gonna
was
be.
waiting for it.
Watch.
Oh, snap. Is that the theme music?
I hope not.
It's got a lot of porn on it.
Right? I didn't
a
want
lot
to
of
say it.
a lot of Ron Jeremy on that.
Yikes.
Shout out to Pinky.
Hey, man.
I grew up on Pinky.
Pinky was yeah.
Vanessa Del Rio. Wasn't that a time? Wasn't that a time?
Oh shit.
Obsession. Anybody want to talk? You know what? Too far. We're getting the top 5s, my brother.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your top 5 R&B artists?
All right. Before I say this, don't take no offense to it.
No, it's your,
Not y'all.
it's your
I mean-
5.
To the viewers,
Your 5.
my top 5. No specific order though, right?
No specific order. Your world.
Yeah, who you
All
rock
right,
with
my
as your
top 5. Teddy Pendergrass,
Strong.
Usher,
Got to do that.
Genuine,
Ooh. The wine? That's my guy.
R. Kelly.
Yes. Don't be scared of it.
Are we 4 right now?
You're 4.
4. Yeah,
Tank.
4. And Tank, round it out.
It's Tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hell of a list. Hell of a list. I made that
Hey
list.
man, I mean, that's my 5.
Make sure you had them beanies on deck for me.
Hey man, I got the multi-pack. The multi-pack.
Multi-pack of
Give me the
beanies.
multi-pack.
Them motherfuckers gonna fit like this.
Right, on the side.
Bad cotton.
can't buy,
Right,
you can't
right,
buy
the
beanies
worst.
as a
It's gonna
multi-pack,
roll up
man.
after the second
Pretty
wash.
much. Man.
All right. Top 5 R&B songs.
Ooh. Dang.
Yeah, take your time.
That's a tough one.
I know. Take your time.
Does it matter the year?
No,
No.
it's top 5. I don't.
All right.
Could be BC. You know what to be.
All right. 5.
Is that before
6812. In my opinion, 6812 by Brian McKnight.
Oh wow.
That's one of my favorite records. Guy. Why am I forgetting the name of the song? Help me out.
Let's chill.
Slow. Let's chill.
Okay.
Let's chill.
Love that. Monster record.
Maybe I deserve.
That record was okay.
Right. Wonder who sings that.
Yeah, list twice, guys. Start treating me different.
Nope.
He said nope.
I don't want to say that one.
You can if you want to.
Your Body's Calling Me, R. Kelly.
Great record.
Great record.
Did I already say R. Kelly before?
Yeah.
I did.
He's on your top 5 artists.
Top
Damn,
5
my bad.
You good? What do you mean?
That song's just dope.
Yeah.
Sweet Lady, Tyrese.
Great R&B record.
Great R&B record.
Written by a young man.
Young man.
15, 16-year-old.
Wait.
Young man.
Written by who?
Jonte
Austin was a kid when
he was
wrote
like
that record.
15
He
when he
wrote
wrote
that?
that record. Yeah.
He was a kid.
Wow.
Kid when he wrote that record. That's
He's a monster songwriter.
That's nuts. I never knew that.
Yeah.
And no offense, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
obviously I know John, but I'm just saying I didn't know that.
You got joints. He'll surprise you.
Crazy.
He'll surprise. He surprised Neo on Versus. Neo was like, "You did that?"
That's nuts.
He just drank his wine.
Right, humble.
Yeah, I did that.
Super humble. Like, yeah, I did that. Yeah,
All
but
right.
that's
Okay.
fine.
Okay. We're not done. We're gonna put together R&B Voltron. Right. And who are you going to get the vocals from? Performance style, styling, and passion of the artist. Who are you going to get the vocals to build your R&B artist?
One artist,
One artist.
Tank.
You know what? I'm gonna have it.
Y'all
You
gonna,
know, I ain't gonna say what this.
I
is,
mean,
'cause they
listen,
don't-
I'm
they
gonna
don't-
learn
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Like, so
y'all gonna learn to respect me.
So I'm not just saying that because I'm on their podcast. I'm just being brutally honest.
That's just his podcast on that side.
well.
I ain't sang them
Well, all right,
damn songs.
we're gonna do a merger right now, but vocally, I feel like you would definitely
Thank
know
you,
where
my
to
brother.
go.
Thank you, my
So
brother. I've been trying to get some respect around here for a long time.
I know I could. No, I'm joking.
Get some better snacks, nigga.
right.
Get some
Some Cheez-Its ain't really.
Hey, well,
Yeah, looking a little dry. No, I'm joking.
Who are you getting the performance style from?
Bobby Brown.
If you could do the
If
Bobby
I- boy.
Brown, boy,
Boy,
Yeah, that's
they lucky I can't do what Bobby Brown
yeah.
was doing on
Bobby,
stage.
Bobby's crazy.
you
so,
kidding me?
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Okay, Tank, Bobby.
Who you
was the
getting?
third?
Who you getting the styling from? What do you want the artist to look like
That's a good question.
when you look on stage? Who be having that shit on?
Man, a lot of people can dress, man. That's a tough one. Keep Sweat?
Yeah, the
Classic.
sweat.
I mean, he has
The sweat be
crazy
fly.
style.
Classic.
Or,
The sweat
or
be fly.
No, you
Yeah.
gotta change it.
Nah,
Keep
the sweat
Sweat.
be fly, man.
Keep Sweat.
Sweat is the gentleman on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, I'm gonna lift my foot, baby, so I can see these red bottoms.
You know, baby.
So that's what
you
you
know,
They
gonna
can
do,
dress.
Sweat?
They can dress.
they got, they gonna see it. You know,
You know, once I kick my you know.
Right.
this time I'm changing 3 times. I normally only change twice. You know, they know I got it on me.
Right.
And then who you getting the passion from? The heart of the artist.
Jill Levert. Yeah. One of my favorite performers.
Yes.
And singers. Yeah.
Cheryl Levert,
He didn't miss.
the guy.
No, man. He
He
was
didn't miss.
crazy.
He didn't miss.
Yeah.
He didn't miss.
Mm-hmm.
He got the same reaction with his clothes on.
Right.
Better reaction with his clothes on. I do my
Yeah.
clothes off.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's crazy.
Yeah, use what you got, man. Yeah,
He's just a guy.
Yeah, facts.
He's a guy.
that's a great Voltron.
And his pops.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, it's over. Yeah.
Yeah.
His dad is insane.
Eddie. So we got another segment, man.
Tell
All
him
right,
what it
give
is.
me to me.
Another very, very, very important
You
segment.
done?
It's called I Ain't Saying No Names.
Oh snap.
You know what I mean? And you've experienced this business, or the streets of Detroit. Either one.
Wait, hold on.
Don't
Will this
matter.
potentially get me?
I don't know, brother. I don't know.
Now
I
they-
don't know.
now they doing some stuff
You,
here. Just listen to the
you
segment.
tell you
All
gonna,
right.
you know what I mean? You tell your story how you want to tell your story.
All right.
So it's called I Ain't Saying No Names.
Mm-hmm.
And the story can be either funny or fucked up, or funny and fucked up. The only rule is you can't say the names of the people in the story that maybe did the shit to you, or for you, whatever.
No names.
The other participants cannot be named.
Mm-hmm.
So this right here is John Brown's I Ain't Saying No Names.
One person,
It's your world.
Do what you do.
but in the industry.
Your world.
do what
whatever
you
wanna
do.
All right.
Ain't no rules.
I ain't saying no names.
Mm-hmm.
Start off like that. I wasn't the one who slept with your girlfriend. Flat out. That's it. I wasn't the one who slept with your girlfriend. After that show. Yeah. Now, we all know who did, but you know I wasn't the one.
That's actually kind of good.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty good.
I mean, y'all asked.
It wasn't me story. Yeah, okay.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
It was not me, no.
If you watching the R&B Money Podcast, it
They
wasn't
asked.
him.
They definitely wasn't me. It wasn't me. No.
I know you think it's me,
He still do.
but it ain't me.
It wasn't me. No. You asked.
Was it you?
No. No, I've never been that type of dude. So,
Okay.
Yeah. We know who did it, though.
Mm.
We know. You know.
I don't know.
I know. I just want to catch you. Jay like, man, I don't know what you talking about.
I wasn't on that tour.
I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. But no, that was that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
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 Well, look here, man. Yeah, of course you are brother, man. You know, you family. So,
Thank you, Doc.
You know, having you here goes without saying. There's more for you, man.
Thank you.
There's more for you to do, and really aggressively get to it.
Yeah.
Don't let these moments pass you by without taking advantage of every single part of it
Right.
and inserting yourself, if no one is willing to insert you, into whatever conversation
Right.
or position that is, aggressively, because now the conversation is different, and it's not, well, I think I can do it. It's, motherfucker, I can do it.
Right.
I'm doing it.
Exactly.
Your hand has to be raised different.
Yeah.
Your conversation got to feel different. You're a nice guy.
I try to be.
You're nice, humble, meek, and you got 5 top 10 records.
Yep.
Now it's time to act like it.
My guy.
Take what's yours, my brother.
My guy. I'm going to take it, man. I believe it. I'm ready.
You sure?
I'm positive. Yeah. I'm here. You had me here. Y'all had me here. I'm here.
There it is.
Yeah.
We want to see.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tank,
I'm J Valentine.
and this is the R&B Money Podcast.
Yes, it is.
The authority on all things R&B.
Did you have a glitch?
I'm looking eye to eye with the people to understand that this thing is about a journey. It's about a journey. And just when you think the journey is over, it can start all over again. You can be top 10 5 times in a row. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Brown.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all.
R&B money.